Hey guys, and welcome to a Nakai sub-faction tournament. And no, I don't mean everyone's playing Nakai. I mean I'm that foolish idiot who decided to bring Nakai's sub-faction to war. And it looks like we have a really bad first matchup. So this may be a rather short tournament for us. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll be delving into some Total War Warhammer 3 discussion and quick battles anyway. We'll obviously be streaming for a couple of hours regardless of how the tournament goes. But we'll try our best. We are up against Luke here next, led by J Phoenix, so that's the Dark Elf sub-faction, and quite honestly, I hate the Dark Elf matchup for Lizardmen. I know a few people say it's actually Lizardman favoured. It makes me scared, it makes me shiver. The amount of arrows that can blot out the sun are a little bit scary. But how you guys doing? Hope you guys have seen the latest trailer for Total War Warhammer 3. My god, I've been a busy boy. I released the video, was like, oh, I'll set up a live stream, and then they just dropped the trailer out of nowhere. So we do also have a reaction to that up on the channel. What's up, Sloth? What's up, Nick? What's up, CJ? Hope you guys are all good today. Glad to have you here and ready for some tournament Nakai beautiful action. Now, we don't have to bring Nakai. Nick is correct. We just have to bring the faction. But, yeah, no. I mean, come on. Come on. You don't bring a faction like Nakai's. I'm not actually sure how. I can never spell Phoenix, so I'm going to say Lady P is the name. As we're up against Lady J Phoenix herself. Should be a good fun game. She's a very talented player, and we're going to have to be bringing our A game. But we are the spirit of the jungle. Dun 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 dun. The big boy Nakai is here, looking to feast upon the souls of our enemies. Hopefully, let's see if we have J Phoenix as a friend on Steam. I'm not sure if we do. It looks like we do not. I'll send them a message quickly on the Discord server. Yes, the hype is real right now. Let me quickly send a message. Lobby is up. They have so many crossbows. I know, man. So many. Oh, I don't like the matchup at all. Oh no, Duck, if I win and you win, we will be enemies. Oh no, for Poland. Which faction you guys bring today? Nakai is always the A game. Oh, hell yeah, man. Virtual Magic. Hell yeah, I agree. Quack, quack. What's up, Calabout? And the Grumpy Guard is here. Bok, bok, bok. I love it. I love it. So, I actually need to check out what the map is. God, I've been so, like, washed away by the Total War Warhammer hype and kind of bouncing around doing videos for it and stuff that I'm well and truly out of the loop on what's going on in this tournament at all. So, it looks like, oh, well, no matter what, if I win, no matter who wins in the other matchup, it will be a Lizardmen mirror match because they're having Itza versus the Last Defenders. A lot of Lizardmen, it seems, a huge tournament as well, so it looks like it's going to be good fun. There's 39 players, jeez. So we are on a Pillar of Bone, so let's set that up nice and quickly. Pillar of Bone, there we go. And the mighty J Phoenix has arisen from the ashes to come slaughter us in our homes. So it's going to be a tough match for sure. I think a good way to tend to play this is to kind of sit back, vibe, and shoot the Dark Elves. But it's not a playstyle I'm very comfortable with or good with, and can often, you know, find yourself kind of caught out by such things. Particularly because this is the first game of the day. I didn't have time to prepare in the end because the trade drop, obviously. Hey, how are you? Always good to see J Phoenix in action. Get you guys off my phone so I can see your glorious faces. You picked Itza, yeah, man. And looks like you're up against Crocky G. I mean, Nakai, you know, he'll do fine. The problem with Nakai, or my main beef with Nakai, apart from obviously loving him and trying to become a Nakai main wherever possible, is fully equipped and his items are very good as well as his abilities. He costs 2.2k gold. That is the opposite of cost effective because it's so much damage he has to inflict to gain that back. And at the end of the day, he's a big boy, but he's not that big. 5,500 HP pool and you know, decent stats across the board. But should be some good fun anyway. And yeah, taking down Dark Elves is always a little bit of a treat, regardless of how the result goes. But I certainly think we're going to be going very skirmish heavy here and just trying to outshoot the enemy. However, J Phoenix, I don't really know their playstyle, could in fact go like the way I like to play anyway as Dark Elves personally, is I ignore the meta. Get those Dark Riser creative possibilities out of here. Don't want any of them in this matchup whatsoever. I think they can be forced off too easily by different contingents of the Lizardmen forces. What I think you want is a nice core of Dark Shards, like a static bowline, and a couple of repeated bolt throws to force the dinos upon your spears and into you. And if the Lizardman player has gone, for example, double solar engine, they're going to have to get very, very aggressive them to try and get their value. But I think with Nakai, the way we're going to play him for the majority of today, if we do go past this round, is with Star Chamber Guardians in the mix, right? We're going to be rolling them alongside him. They give him the Guardian, they buff him up. He feels a little bit more meaty than usual. And let's also go for a Beastcaster here. I think Beastcaster is always pretty good. Now, the Panzer Imperial Belt might not be too bad here, actually. So let's get those 3 spells. And then Swords in general can be very good here. Now, it's a little bit of a dice roll because a lot of the time Dark Elves can go not Phoenix Guard, Blackguard. There we go. I'm sure they'd be very unhappy with me for calling them their High Elf counterparts. You're going against Skaven? Oh no, man. Good to see so many people here who are playing in the tournament as well. Always good to see more people in action. Nakai or Grom both cost 2.2k. Yeah, that's the worrying sign, isn't it? Yeah, Grom would beat the snot out of Nakai. In this game, maybe, but we know what would really happen if they fought in battle together. So we do have some Timber Guard. Let's go a little bit chunky of our boys. Let's go nice and wide. Get some of you in here as well. Don't mind a tiny bit of cavalry support. We could try something. Decisions. So, I think we need at least 2 Pterodons realistically here. To at least threaten bolt throws if my opponent has brought them, because if not, we're really going to struggle. And we don't really have that much punch. We've certainly gone for more of a grind fest. And I'd like some cavalry to help protect the Chameleon Skinks. But I don't want to make our front line too weak, so something we could try out is Feral Cold Ones, and saturating them in with the Red-Crested Skinks in an effort to protect the camos. But what are we doing here realistically? My opponent's brought a load of the Nasty Boys, the Blackguard and Agron, who we spoke about earlier. Well, not too much. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. What are you guys thinking? How do you prepare for this matchup? I don't know if the Feral Cold Ones are going to be worth it. Now, we could take out the Terran Riders and go just a lot wider. But I do like their pressure being out top on top of the back line. Could go a little bit sneaky. Something more like this. And we can use these guys in a vanguard position to try to threaten the enemy backline if possible, and use this 1 unit of Cold One Spear Riders to put their lives on the line for the most part to protect the Chameleon Skinks, who are going to be dishing out a lot of the damage here, helping pull down the elite troops of the Dark Elves and counter skirmish where possible, because Dark Riders are the bane, or can be the bane, of a Lizardman army. Likewise, so can Shades, and Chameleons for the most part can do good up against the majority of those units. It's not incredibly wide front line, so we can perhaps drop them, and let's get double Furry Boys. Something more along these lines. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, perfectly fine on the amount of units we can have shoot him. I think that might be a little bit better. Although our front line is pretty small. It does include Nakai, though, of course. How much do you boys cost? Oh, perfect. 0 gold build. We're undefeatable. We are undefeatable. Go doggos. I don't have any dogs. Oh, you mean the feral ones? I just feel like they're bad. I just feel like they're bad. You know, they're going to lose the Dark Riders as the problem in combat. But I like the idea of saturating them in with the Red Crested. It's like Flying Taco spoke about before. And these guys block the enemy cavalry, and in the Red Crested really slaughter them. But I think all round, the Cold One Spear is maybe better. We could go for that instead. Get 2 for our price of 1. And then we can take off the chevrons. And maybe upgrade elsewhere. Let's get our front line a little bit more. Bork. Just a 1 gold build instead. So this is a possibility. Oh, Razor Doggos! I can seem doing okay here. The problem again is they're outranged by all of the long-range pressure that the Dark Elves can bring in the form of crossbowmen, Dark Riders and so forth, so they're really hard to protect. I do like the Emerald Tide here because of the invisibility. But I think we're going to risk this, just see how it goes. I mean, at the end of the day, if we lose, we lose, and then we get to play you guys, which is, you know, even better. Good luck, have fun, my friend. And then we're good. Cool. Yeah, no, Crystal, you are correct. Like, solar Bastillons are the meta here. And I don't know what it is. My playstyle just does not suit Bastillons with solar engines. Despite the fact I know they're good and I can make them work now and again, for the most part when I've brought them in this matchup and against Wood Elves, I really struggle. I think what I should have done here, actually, like, thinking about it, is probably just go even wider. Maybe even cut the chameleons and just go, like, as many Saurus Warriors as possible. And, like, you can only shoot so many of us, and we just kind of slowly bulldoze our way through. But then again, hard knife executioners, so it's a bit of a roll of the dice. But these tournaments always are. You never know what faction you're going to come up against and so forth. What were your guys' thoughts, though, on the trailer that dropped? I have put my reaction up on the channel, and I must admit, I was pretty impressed. I think my hypes died a tiny bit because I thought there was a giant ice wolf at one point, but I think it's actually like a snow, I don't know, snow leopard. What's it called? Like a Siberian leopard or Siberian lion, which is still very badass. But I need wolves, goddammit. I need as many wolves as possible. So my love of the gobbos still remains strong despite my hatred of the spider riders at the moment. So loaded into this glorious map, Pillar of Bone. And we get ready to attack our enemy. Relatively even troop count, which is interesting. But, of course, we do have the advantage of having Nakai where our opponent doesn't, which is obviously a big loss for them. So let's get the Star Chamber Guardians there. Nakai rolling dirty. Of course, we're going to bring the boy. It'd be interesting to see if we get a Loki versus... let's go a little bit wider. If we get a Nakai versus Loki. Keep you guys in a little bit for now. You guys on the flanks, roll in with your pair of pet doggos. You guys in the front for now. Nakai's ready. Get you there. And Poho Pack cohort, we're going to be trying to be sneaky with them. This could just backfire horribly, to be honest. But on this map, there's this really useful bit of terrain right here. I've done this in a Dwarf Mirror match and hid miners here, and we managed to take out an enemy Goblobber, which was amazing. So it's the first battle of the day. I can feel the rust in my veins, but we have the might of Nakai helping to support us. Let's actually pair you guys separately. So we'll pair you and you together. You'll fight as one to try and deal with enemy cavalry. Going for the risky Vanguard deployment, that's fine. We have Manticore summons, so we're all good, right? Super hyped for Kislev. Looks like they have a pretty fun roster. Fast Cav, Monsters, Gunpowder. Hell yeah! Man, I agree. I've been speaking to some of the guys in my Discord, and I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be a Kislev main. I can feel it. Yeah, man, the Saurus Tide might have been a bit better here. Seth says, pretty cool for a game engine trailer. I agree. Quack from the land of Ikea. What's up, Sebastian? Hope everything's all good over there in Scandinavia. Hope you're all good. So I'll ask now, did you take Nakai? Of course. Nakai comes to hunt. Oh, it looks like they were prepared. Then both our lords are trash. I love it. Good luck, have fun. Jay thinks is a real cool member of the community, actually. They do a lot of refereeing, which is really nice. Balance power slightly favours us, which is nice to see. Oh god, there is a Lord in Disguise, which is a bit scary. And this is a good way. This is a good build. Like, you have the Dark Shards. Squadron Chariot's a bit near. But, something's coming in for us. Let's try and hide behind our boy. Try and hide behind Nakai. Use Nakai as a shield. No, Nakai, you failed us. God damn, you had one job. You had one job, Nakai. It was to take shots for the great lizard gods. So I'm gonna leave those guys there for a little bit for the end game. Squadron of Chariots could end up causing us some problems. But yeah, the fact our opponent has gone very wide, load of Dark Shards. It's really solid here, and you can see if you're not afraid to shoot Chameleon Skinks, you can do a ton of work on them. So let's start just applying some pressure here and get our Saurus Warriors rolling dirty. I'm going to come up there and threaten you. I think you guys might actually just have to spring the trap a little bit earlier than we necessarily wanted. Let's get moving with our darts where possible. Start shooting those Dark Shards. Okay, I'm trying to shoot Nakai. Like you've got a chance of killing the boy. Oh, and this is why God wants terrible. The rampage. Oh, how the rampage hurts. So I'm just going to jump on the Dark Riders first, try and force them off the field. So we should be able to, hopefully, pop that and that, break through the enemy lines quite quickly, pop a little Manticore summon down, get the Chameleons shooting in here. Okay, we're doing some good work throughout. See if we can try and force our way through the enemy line. Looks like we're unable to. Let's just go after you. Get you charging into them. Okay, Nakai's broken through, of course, because he's a champ. Oh, that burning head went all the way through for our temp guard. We should have moved them. Oh well. Let's keep them fine. Get him going in. Pop Unbreakable. Finn's not looking good, guys. Finn's looking pretty terrible. Right, let's get you over there to intercept. Of course, Loki has to flee before the might of Nakai, which is understandable. It's Nakai, come on. And we are a little bit into the jar. Shutting down archers and so forth. Let's try and get rid of that sorcerer. Oh, cavalry's losing, even though we're better units. I guess it's because of the support of the Squadron Chariots as well. Let's keep pouring in. Try and save up for another Manticore summon. Okay, it's good news we managed to force them off. So let's get back here. Take off skirmish mode because it's really messing up our units as it tends to do, unfortunately. Let me get you guys back. Use our fair boys, chase off those Dark Riders, come on. There you go. Okay, that whole attack animation, so now I'm all good. Let's continue to pour in here. And Finns aren't going as badly as they were, but they're not going great either, if I'm being real. Come on, Manticore summon. I need you. Okay, shoot in there. Dodge with Nakai if we can. Another burning head comes in. Good burning head so far, although kind of all played by us, to be honest. Yeah, these Squadron Chariots are kind of a pain in our rear end right now. Let's try to lower all the stats of our people. Oh my god, Manticore Summon takes 5 years to reset itself, it seems. Or to get Winter Magic, I guess. Yeah, Squadron Chariots running over Chameleon Skinks is exactly what we don't want. Luckily... Oh, these guys came back. No. Okay, that's a bit of a disaster. Let's push onto there. Okay. Let's try to recuperate our forces a little bit. Chameleons, fall back, please. Cool. Look at the Squadrons just not go down there. Let's, pop on you. Okay, now we have the Manticore Summon. At last! Some form of hope. Cool. I guess it's kind of hopeless at this point. We go after Sorceress. I mean, Loka's a bit damaged, I guess. Like, try to take him out. But these Squadron Chariots, man, they've been the bane of Blizzman existence for a long, long time, and they still are very good. Not as good as they were once, obviously, but still. Let's keep those Temple Guard fighting if we can. Let's try to get into the back lines. We've given it a goodish fight, but just get you guys going over there. Bring down those goddamn Squadrunners. Let's hop into you. Okay, we've done some decent damage. I mean, we can shut down them. Pop that. Chameleons, take off skirmish mode. Let's attack them. Pop refused to die just because we can. Nakai is fighting like a champion in here. It was a little bit of a misplay by us though, because now we can't use our caster at all. Here we go. Let's try and break these two units off the field so we can really push through into the back line. Start team with Guardians, man. They're like so cool. They just don't die. Slow the leadership of our opponent and then start diving in. Start driving, being a driving force. Now, of course, Loki can heal. Chariots forcing off feral cod ones is a disaster because they're the only thing we have to pin them in place and protect our camos. But let's keep going. Dodge that. Come on, guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Kai having a whale of a time. Bring him down. If we can kill Loka here, maybe there's a chance. Oh, that's also a hold. Hold, Camos, hold. We have to kill him here, I guess. But, like, so many shots coming in, I think it's going to be impossible. Come on, Nakai. Do it! Do it for the old ones! Ah, it's a big hit! Loka, you coward! Flee before the might of Nakai! Flee! So I love to see. Although, I mean, it's game over. That was just a horrible matchup for us, to be honest, but it's fine. We opponent just... I mean, if these Chameleon Skinks rally, maybe, because we have so much ammunition at this point. Our opponent has so little, but our troops just don't really fancy coming back to the fight, I don't think. And with Nakai going down, like, our leadership's just going to break. Run. Hey. Survive. Fight. No, our troops are just running. There's no hope, I don't think. Continue to attack those Scourge Runners. What can glorious dinos do up against so much bowfire and Scourge Runner chariots, of course? Let's bounce back and forth. Come on, guys. Hold AS and get over here. Oh, jump you, maybe. I mean, we just can't catch these Scourge Runners. Maybe we can pop a spell soon. Our leadership's quite high. Oh, Chameleons. So they got decent enough leadership to come back, a lot of them, but of course, if they split, that'd be really useful. Let's get you guys over here as well. Okay, we do have a Flock of Doom. Which I kind of want to pop on them, but we need to try and rally our troops first. Okay, we're back. Buff these guys up. Keep falling. We're going to fight to the death. I don't think there's much chance, but Feral Cod wants to charge him. Come on, Chameleon Skinks, rally! Rally to the calls! The old ones need you! You have good enough leadership to rally. There we go. Cool, we may take out that Squadron of Chariot. Let's shoot you. These guys, minus 24 leadership. Okay, so we have our 2 units. Loka is back as well, which is obviously a huge problem. I don't think we're going to have the ammo for this. Okay, let's come back. Okay, we've got 1 unit of combo chameleons. The other needs to kill Loka as we hit them like a flock of doom. Oh, come on! Don't give us army losses right now after that comeback. Need to try to take him down here. Bring him down, bring him down. Camos, go! Go, I believe in you! Try and kite back this way. Okay, we finished off Loka again. Start round here. We need him dead, though, rather than run him, because his forces will just continue to fight. Yeah. Leadership's kind of really messing us up. Honestly, with what they have left and the amount of ammo we have, we'd probably be able to do a pretty decent dent. I need more Winds of Magic as well for another Flock of Doom. No! Well, it was a worthy effort, I think. The comeback was nearly attempted. Okay, though, regeneration, I suppose, keeping him firm. Although he only regenerates when he's in combat. I think that's going to be game. Sad times. Very sad times indeed. How many Groms in the tourney? Probably a lot, Professor Pone. Probably a lot. Well played to J Phoenix there, coming in with the victory. Loka 2.4, but I mean Nakai 1.2. Nearly getting half his value back. That's what we like to see from the boy. 99 kills. The Reckless Skinks performed pretty poorly. Star Chamber Guardians, though, such a solid unit. 2,000 damage value is lovely to see. Chameleon's not really getting much work, to be honest. A lot of them getting run down. I do like the Poho Pack cohort. They managed to get overrun eventually by the Cold One Knights, which is a bit disappointing. It was just those Scourge Runners running through our lines. Gave us a real bad rep to start with. GG. Have fun in rest of tourney. And we'll go do some quick battles. Oh yeah, I mean, if we bring Zlak there, of course, of course. Zlak is a bit of a beast, but equally Zlak just walks into that back line and you kill the Dark Shards and nothing can kill Zlak. But again, my opponent may have built differently because they would have been expecting Zlak. Whereas if you're expecting Nakai, it's a little bit different, of course. There's no Grom in the tournament. I guess people are really bored of Grom, which is understandable. So, we're going to hop in, do some quick battles instead, discuss the Total Warhammer free trade a little bit in more detail as well. If you guys want to stream snipe, feel free. We'll play a little bit on Nakai as well. We'll mix up, we won't just do Dino Boys. I still hate that matchup, honestly, for Lisbon against Dark Elves. It's just a load of bolts, kill your entire army, but likewise, I think the best way to do it is just how you do fight High Elves. I'll probably just go 3 big dinosaurs, and if your opponent goes Riders, then you just try and net them and kill them might be the best idea there. Hello! I can't pronounce my opponent's name, but Puzik is what we're going to go for. We'll try to Nakai out one more time, bring him to the field, as we didn't get to see too much of him today. And against the Empire, let's get a Heavens Caster, just to mix it up a bit. Harmonic Convergence can be nice, likewise Wind Blast, but I'm a big fan of Curse Midnight Wind in general. So actually let's take... Which Winds of Magic is Harmonic Convergence? Let's just take the 2 spells. And let's get some Saurus up in here. I think we want maybe 3 Chameleons, just in case there is a rogue Karl Franz flying high in the sky. Pterodons for a nice little bit of backline harass. I don't think I like the idea of Star Chamber Guardians, obviously always with Nakai, but I don't think it's really going to be too worth it here. So I think we're just going to get some cavalry. So we can get some horned ones. Let's go for it. And then if we can get the horned ones stacked with Nakai's buff of the Primal Roar, increasing the melee attack, and we drop a Curse of Midnight Wind, we should easily be able to overthrow Demigryph Knights and other such units. We may have to lower the other one down though to these guys, just so we can get in another unit of Javelins. I think we can only upgrade you. 4 gold spare is not too bad. Kind of like have fun. I'm not casting the tournament, someone else is. So I don't think it's not my tournament to host, so I don't think they'll allow me to cast it. Yeah, like for Lism there, you either go Mass Saurus or just Mass Skinks. I mean, the problem is Dark Riders, but again, oh yes, yep. Maybe the Feral Cold ones can do it, because they did a decent job up against the Dark Riders, surprised. But yeah, I think just Mass Saurus, Mass Skinks, rather than... Obviously don't bring Nakai normally, but, I mean, he's got swagger. That's got to count for something. Good scrapping. That was a good game. I tried prioritizing the bows, but, like, what can you do? You can't exactly, move the Saurus around the flanks, because there's so many, like, enemy chaff in the way. So we carved our way through, and then tried to punch through with Nakai and hop on top of the Dark Shards. Maybe we should have done it with the Manticore. Ignore the Sorceress. I was trying to assassinate her. And kill the Dark Shards instead. That could have been a better play, I agree. Does Duck enjoy licorice? Like the sweet. I'm actually not a fan of licorice, no. Someone is casting on YouTube, yeah, Nick. I just think they're casting like the semi-finals and finals. I believe. You like a licorice dealer or something. I love it. I love it. So we're outnumbered, but I mean, with the Dino Boys, we don't mind about being outnumbered, especially not by any silly humies. So let's get the Saurus Warriors along. Let's actually support this side. I got a feeling what they're gonna do, which is just kind of camp over on this back right bit. So let's try and get our spears on this flank. We'll show some dinos. So it's Nakai. But we'll keep the horned ones in a bit more of a advantageous position for now, just to ambush an opponent if he surprises us and kind of comes straight down the gullet. But more likely he'll be over on that far side. So take off skirmish mode there. Let's use our chameleons just as a frontal screen for now. Group our pterodons. Group our cav. Get the big boy in here. And a little skiing priest. We'll pop there. I mean, look at Nakai though, in fairness to him. In fairness to him, for all the crap we give him over the time, he has one of the coolest looking models. He is so much swag. The scars on his face are particularly really cool addition. And he does love licking his weapon, which is a little bit weird. But we'll have a talk with him about that after the battle, I think. Let's rock and roll, bud. This person seems very nice. Do greatswords counter swords? They can do. They can do. The problem you have to worry about there is chameleon skinks and stuff shooting your greatswords because of the lack of shields and so on. So it looks like we do have cannons and stuff. So let's start the advance. I'm expecting a load of huntsmen as well, most likely. Oh, for some reason you don't want to go that way. That's fine. So let's just dive in. Saurus box may suffer a little bit here. Let's move you guys up the trees. Make sure we're not leaving too much behind. Looks fine to me. Yeah, okay, so we do have huntsmen. So we're actually going to rock drop them. So we need this one first. Bam, there we go. Cool, so we've done some nice work to them. Saurus just need to get on the enemy. Okay, let's get the horned ones in action as well. No, I think we're just going to have to suicide charge these guys. It's, come on, better get the huntsman offline. Let's start to wrap around. Let's pull the right guard into the horned ones and start applying some poison. It's always good to do Nakai's buffs early so it doesn't rampage your troops. Let's actually push through here. Cool, you've gotten off that unit. Let's, is this a cannon? No, it's a mortar. Let's just dive bomb the silver bullets, try and force them wide. Cool. Screens popping on the enemy. We should better break this left flank relatively quickly. We're beating down the enemy cavalry, which will give us a little pocket to jump into. We'll shut down you for now. Try to form up so we can squeeze our way through the gaps. Jump the Rex Guard again. Start applying some poison. Also going to lower their armor. And then, not too many good targets yet. Hop on top of that crew. Saurus as well can move. Oh god, don't let them move. Get PTSD from our previous game. Try and force our troops through there. Get you guys moving as well. Shut down the crews. Cool. So the enemy cavalry is basically dealt with. We're going to get the horned ones in and start to swoop in. Let's get our pterodons once more. Trying to get this going. Good work on this flank. Right, we need to just keep pouring in on the enemy. So, let's move up. Right side's really messy. That's okay if this wind blast wants to do its thing. Looks like, oh, it was lined up so long, actually kind of missed it, which is a shame. Let's start pushing on to the enemy gun line. I mean, the mortars, I'm not too worried about this stage of the battle. We really just need to shut down the enemy range before this big blob of infantry comes after us again. Let's get some of the remaining camos to actually just shoot these guys. He's trying to shoot Nakai, which is, you know, a bit mean. Let's really lace you guys. Start in here. Let's go after Marcus himself. You can shut down the cannon crew. Cool. Just gonna drop a curse on these guys. Oh, even though we spot the head, we can't dodge it, which is a shame. Cool, Nakai's doing work though. We're just gonna bring him back after this caster, who's been a bit of a nuisance to us. Good news is in the back line. Let's actually take the weaker unit and really finish off those silver bullets, because we don't want them coming back at any costs, basically. Let's jump over here. Jump over here with him. Gonna buff up your morale. Kai's gonna take the charge like a chap, wear poison, as well as drop all our buffs. And the Saurus Warriors can shut down them. You guys need to keep moving. And we'll get the horned ones on Marcus. Should be able to feast upon his souls. It looks like the battle's going pretty favourably our way. Let's pull back with the little skink boy. We can even drop some, not many stats to debuff right now. We'll save our Winds of Magic. Marcus is doing surprisingly well up against the horned ones. He has the anti-large and so forth. Let's finish them off, but at least he's been distracted. And we can pour our attentions in over here. Cool. Is there any units we've forgotten about? We've got some little Saurus Warriors that we can just send an attack order to. And luckily for us, our opponent is misplaying some Spearmen, which is always good to see. Let's drive him off. And come back with our troops. Cool, so we've broken you. Let's go help finish off Marcus. So charging the rear should hopefully finish him off for good. And we'll start to converge all our forces over there. Let's go curse. And buff these guys up if we can get there in time. Huntsmen have returned, which is scary. Back with you. And come our cavalry. Let's just jump those Reichsguard for now. And I think we're in pretty good shape. So I'm going to ignore the Huntsmen for now. You guys finish them. Oh, we actually have a cold-blooded left. Let's pop it on the horned ones, who have done a decent job. Hunter Snare once again going to come in. Okay, let's actually go deal with those Huntsmen. We don't want them sniping our big boy. Bork, bork! Yes, I agree. Continue our pursuit of the enemy. We'll just trade range with the Huntsman. Should be able to force that mortar off as well, as long as our morale holds. We've got some big buffs coming in as well by the time the Nakai gets over here. Looks like our opponent's just doing a nice little smiley face. There's Marcus Wolfhart shouldering going down. He's fighting in the forest, which will help him against the horned ones, but cold-blooded is popped. Certainly looking to fight to the death, and Marcus Wolfhart has now been broken, starting to run. Let's hop onto all his troops. GG. And we managed to shatter him. Good stuff. I think that's army losses kicking in. We managed to get a victory from Nakai in the end. Maybe not being such a awesome tournament game, but still. My weakness is fired today, yeah. Burning heads. I mean, burning heads to a point now. If you're engaged in combat, are almost impossible to dodge if you have Saurus Warriors, because they're too slow to turn around and pull back. Now, if you see it beforehand, you can move forward away from it quick enough. But otherwise, yeah, burning heads, pendulums, amazing up against slower infantry, and Saurus Warriors kind of fulfill that little role. Horned ones did really well. Oh my god. 3.2k damage value. Hell yeah. 1.2 on the Cold-On Riders. Pretty decent work across the board from them. Chameleon Skinks play a little bit sloppy. Some of them still getting 1,000 damage value. Nakai 668. Not exactly doing very well for himself. But Mortars getting shut down's good. Reichsguard struggled, of course. One unit did well because it stayed well away from our own cavalry. But luckily for us, Silver Bullets and Huntsmen performed not too amazing. That fire cast though 1,100 damage value. Marcus Wolfhart nearly 2k. Good work by him there. Love me some Horned Ones, says Sonic. Yeah, those Horned Ones are really good fun, man. Yeah, Pendulums like don't kill models as much. I mean, the Boneheads were nasty, but he had to use a lot of Winds of Magic, and at the end of the day got 1,000 value for all that magic he kind of put into it. But I think the drop in the HP makes it look a little bit scarier than maybe it is. Yeah, I agree, Tequila. Like, God Nakai is such a Chad. But yes, let's hop into another one. I don't know how long we'll go today, but obviously we'll go for a couple of hours, no doubt. Plenty of time. We'll probably come off Nakai now. Show some love to other people. Yeah, Horned Ones, a lot of their problem, the same with the Dread Knights, is the Rampage isn't nice, of course. The Rampage is pretty bad, but that's not the worst part about them. The problem is, for cheaper, you get a... oh my god, it's Eminem. You can get like a cheaper version just with the with the Cold Ones, which make Horned Ones kind of obsolete, and they fulfill the same role and the same job relatively well. Let's go High Elves here, mix up a little bit, bring some of the pointy-eared princesses to the battle. Jar Jar, okay. Well, it looks like Mr. Slim Shady is considering playing Beastman, which can open up some pretty interesting tactical options for us if they do decide to go there. I go Greenskins. Sad face. Okay, he's going Greenskins. Let's go for something we can stand a chance with them against them if he goes super kind of meta. So, what should we thinking? I'm gonna go Skaven. I shall go Skaven. Let's try. We did a replay recently where a Skaven player just obliterated the Greenskins with a ridiculous amount of long-range pressure. So we can give it a go and see how it works. Now, it doesn't actually use Poison Wind Mortars, but I believe it was triple Warclock Jezzails. We can even get the regiment around here, and a couple of Rattling Gunners to protect them, and a couple of Triads. Where are you? Here you go. And we need a pretty cool leadership core, I think, to protect here. Lord Skrulk might not be the worst idea. He's a relatively decent melee combatant, but more importantly, we can come in with some really useful items and abilities, as well as Vermintide and all the useful summons, which we're going to need to protect the back line. So, Liber Barbonicus, of course, Rod of Corruption, both very powerful, and I think we're going to roll him dirty alongside an Assassin, who... let's keep him all his abilities. Let's give him the Rival High Talisman as well. We may add in another hero, but I think we certainly need to prepare a bit of at least a Chaffee line to hold back the enemy, because this is quite a big investment by us here. So, we've got the two Triads to help protect us as well. Let's get a load of Clan Rats. And maybe a couple of Slingers to try to force off enemy skirmish cavalry, which can be a bit scary. Or we could even get some Poison Wind Globadiers, actually. Oh, this is a pretty nasty build, I think. Let's upgrade you. What do you guys make of this discussing this? Sheer overwhelming firepower. Benedict. That's what, yeah, my heart does drop a little bit when I I see Nick as a high elf fan. Who are you calling princesses, you filthy toad? Hey, lizard men don't ever say that we're not toads. We embrace the toad lifestyle. Try and bait out Lucky Banner before casting Liber. That's a good idea. Yeah, we've gone for 2 of the Poison Wind Globadiers, because, I mean, we got so much chaff, and it's a 20 stack. Ready when you are. Let's rock and roll. I mean, he seems a nice guy. And it's kind of real horrible, the poor stigma Greenskins have right now, because Greenskins can do really awesome stuff, but often people get a little bit jaded because of them. Triple Jezzails against Greenskins, a bit overkill in my opinion. Well, overkill is underrated. I think that was said in one of the 18 movies. But no. Triple Jezzails, I mean, the idea here is we just obliterate the giant ritual hag, obliterate Grom, obliterate stone trolls, because stone trolls could be a big problem for us. We do have the Triads to support, and, I mean, Tribble also gives us a bit more ammo to try and deal with skirmishers, so we don't have too much. That's going to be good up against the flocks of poisoned spider riders, wolf riders, all that kind of good stuff. And we're heavily outnumbered. Balance power absolutely does not approve of us. Do we have summons, I suppose, to hopefully counteract that. So let's just drop a load of filthy slaves around the place. And then get a secondary battle line as well. The lads, and then we'll leave a couple of triads in the back. Let's get our Globadiers already in the front lines. We'll also get some Rattling Gunners. And then let's just get Jezzails all over the place. You guys, a bit more to the side. Cool. Looks like a relatively solid onion. Let's get our dream team in the middle. New victim. It's been a long time since I played Skaven. I'm actually a little excited to see how they perform. Let's get all our weapon teams grouped up together so we know what's what. And get our heroes together. So the assassin, we need to remember, has the rival high talisman. We need to pop that at the correct moment. Maybe for our opponents trying to snipe out Lord Skrulk. And he's going to be coming in, of course, with Royal Corruption. Leave Bobonicus, which can do a huge amount of damage. It's like a real souped up Spirit Leech. Look at Lord Skrulk and how disgusting he is. I think he met... Maybe it was Lord Skrulk. It was either Lord Skrulk or a greater demon, like a greater horned rat of Nurgle or something, met Crocky G, the mighty Croc-Gar in the end times. And I think Croc-Gar just obliterated them with the hand of the gods. What's up, Park Map? How's it going? Hope you're all good today, man. We unfortunately ran into some Dark Elves in our tournament, but we have managed to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Nakai. Are warp fires outranged by a greenskin skirmish? Yes. They are indeed. Oh, yeah, I'm 99% sure. Good luck, have fun. We'll make sure in the next game to try and bring someone who can take giants, just so we can appease Professor Pone and bring the glorious double-dreaded giant play, which we managed to win the other day as well. Warlock Jezzails. So, oh, okay, we maybe misinterpreted our opponent here. Looks like he's actually brought some pretty cool stuff. Let's just go like a tiny bit. Let's just start popping. We're surrounded as well, so there's enemies in our rear. Looks like that's the Spider Riders. So let's try to bring back some units as well to help support. I know we've got the Triads here, but let's get you guys popping that Orc Shaman. Obviously my opponent doesn't know about our little sneaky Skaven. Cool, so we have intercepted them, which is good news for us. I'm worried that there's more, so let's try obliterating them. Let's get our Triads back. Ooh, lovely little Brainbuster coming in from our opponent. Some Night Goblins we want to vanquish. You guys over here. Cool, so doing a good job on them. Let's pull in as many troops as possible. And it is Grom. Okay. I feel less bad now about build choices. Okay, enemy caster's dead. I'm gonna switch on to Grom here. A nice little pocket of protection for the most part. One thing that we haven't been doing, of course, is our slave summons. So let's move back for our troops. Just coming to this big old mess of a scrap over here. We have managed to force a lot of enemy troops in the back. Let's shut down you. Assassin's quite happily just vibing right now. Let's pop onto you. Rattling Gunners need to flee. Flee for your lives. And let's actually get big summon over here to help support. I know Bobos need to move back. Let's get you guys over here. We can actually, I think... Okay, we've got Lucky Banner on, so let's try and do some damage to him while we can.
Law of pestilence.
And summon this if it wants to pop.
Weeping blades. Now.
Let's run forward, get the Plague Monk's intercept.
Attack! Attack!
Try to fall back. Move back with our troops. Oh! Grom hasn't died, which is a big problem. Let's just try to get some more summons, try to save our Giselles.
Plague cast.
We're probably going to have to pop this, just try and hold back the endless tide of enemies. Let's just try to finish Grom if we can. No, he's gonna survive, isn't he? I've got a bad feeling. I've got a bad feeling about this one. That Grommy boy is just gonna come back bigger and meaner. Oh, Rod of Corruption's got a little while left as well. Try and get that through some Savage Orcs. Yeah, I think the overwhelming greenskin skirmish cav may make us lose this. There's just too many of them. Which I quite like his build in fairness. It was a bit more fun than the usual. Like, it was still kind of, you know, Grom and a load of skirmish cav, but it was at least more of an interesting take on it. Which is saying something. Yeah, so much greenskin infantry here that we can't really deal with. How long to our next big of corruption? Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Let's try to pop Grom with the troops we've forgotten. Always something you need to do with Skaven is remember all your troops, because obviously you have a lot that you don't see. Let's bring you. Try to finish off Grom. If he just runs this way, we can maybe leader him. So we'll get you out of there for now.
This way, fool. What orders?
Try to kill him. You guys back to support. We're trying to form like a second battle line. Maybe get Lord Scroll out of there. Run, little Lord Scroll, run! I believe. I just want to kill Grom. That's all I want to do. And he's rallied. Damn him. So let's fall back with a boy if we can. No, I think Lord Scroll's going to go down here. Is Grom still alive? He is. Master of survivability. Let's try to get a Scroll out of here. Buff himself up. Let's pop into you. Let's try and get all remaining troops left fine. Poor little clan rats trying their hardest to stem the tide.
Move. Plague cast.
I know that wasn't the best cast, but I have to try and save him.
I want this.
Jump all the gobbos. Die, Grom, die. Let's move back. Let's move you guys over here. Let's fall back for our leadership core. I don't think the Regiment Round Giselles have enough damage output to kill Grom. Like, I think his regen actually outdoes the damage, which is surprising. You guys over here.
Yes. Now move. Skip to the lead. It shall be done. Kill them.
Keep guard medals, hopefully they'll continue to shoot.
We are not here.
Bring him down. No. Alas, the time of the Skaven has ended. Time of the Greenskin is now. Is this more gobbos?
Yes.
Run, my pretties! Oh, you guys are being jumped. Let's try and fall back this way if possible.
Faster, study! Back on the ground! Fight another time! Snicked the apprentice!
Lord Squirrel, let's just buff our troops a little bit. Keep them fighting.
Tide comes.
We've got another roll of corruption we might be able to pull in a little bit. But I think army losses is going to set him before we can use it, I'm afraid. No! Poor Skrulk, we tried. We tried. Skrulk was impaled by Krokgard's spear in the end times. That sounds pretty good. Well played, Slim Shady though. Always good to play Eminem here. My hatred for Grom grows daily though, so every time I see him, it's like, oh. But still, very good play. I like the build as well. It wasn't like too typical. It had a lot of skirmish cav, a lot of Savage Orc Biggins, and that kind of standard usual stuff, as well as Grom. But we managed to win without a caster basically the whole time. Now Dazelles, maybe 3 was a little bit overkill. I should just probably cut the Rattling Gunners because against Greenskins, trying to hold back the Swarm was probably a bit too much, and add a few more combat units. But Lord Skrulk as well and the Assassin, they tried their little hardest, but unfortunately the evil persona of Eminem came through and managed to slaughter us to the last man. We have the moral victory, exactly, Benedict, exactly. That's what I'm all about. But we'll try now, do some double giant action. So we could go Greenskins ourselves, and obviously not bring Grom, but we can go Greenskins and bring double giant. We can go Norska, bring double giant, or more likely, we could go Beastmen, double beast giant in action. It is good to see different Greenskin builds for sure. He brought a lot of the, not like skirmish cav archers, but like, I suppose light cavalry is a better term for it. I kind of have it all under the umbrella of a skirmish cav, like spider riders and stuff. Beastmen for me. And you know exactly what we're doing. You know exactly what it is. That's actually not too shabby, but we probably don't want him in combat. Devolve could be useful, actually. Cool, so we have our caster, which is relatively cheap in that. We want to go cheap and have kind of the caster to be our lord as well, so we can bring the double giant that is necessary. Now you may be thinking, why bring double giant up against high elves? They have a lot of bows. They're going to be really scary for you, and that's because Professor Pone's in chat, and he is adamant that double giant is the greatest one in the game. At least that's the rumours I've heard. So we're going to be bringing them and seeing how they go. Yeah, Giselles can keep skirmish cav at bay. I think the Triads did pretty good. Like, the Triads got like 1,000 damage value. It's also the nice surprise that they're hidden. But I can see Warp Grind has been a better choice. Our opponent doesn't want to face Beastmen, sadly. Makes you wish someone would run a kind of no green skin tournament. That'd be nice. I'd like that. Well, I'm assuming you're being assuming he's being sarcastic because I actually hosted one a little while ago. And we're kind of debating like what we're gonna do about greenskins. Oh, and greenskins in the future and all that stuff. But I'm sure a patch is going to be around the corner soon because we're expecting a DLC. So I might just put off Death Before Dishonor and kind of keep it on hold till until like the latest patch and so forth. So, oh no. Oh no, he's gone dwarfs. Well, I think Pone actually wants us to play Chaos. We're still going to risk double giant, despite the fact it's against dwarves. I mean, if they get in the dwarfish lines, they will do horrendous damage to the Dowie. But Slayers and the huge amount of guns that I'm expecting are probably going to put a tiny bit of a dent in our giants before they actually reach the front line. But we'll give it a go nonetheless. Let's got a load of Marauders with great weapons. For our Lord... we might have to go for a Chaos Sorcerer Lord here. Just for the cheapness. What do we want to do? I'm thinking Shadows. It's got a Manticore. Just really for the Pendulum. We can bring Pit of Shades in case they bunch up around the giants, then drop a Pit of Shades on. That could be funny. And see how it goes. Let's get a load of Chaos Wars weapons. I want to go pretty wide here, realistically. Color Hounds. I do quite like the Marauder Horsemen here because we can use them to kill Slayers. But we may just get basic Marauders for that, so we can go that little bit wider. We're 1 gold off, no. Cut one of you. Let's get a single unit of Forsaken to really chew through Slayers. And we'll upgrade the Giants, of course. Or 1 Giant at least. How much can we get you guys to? I think it may have to be... Oh, 1 gold! I guess we can get you and you. Cool. The dreaded GG. Sniped my poor Grom I could lose. What's up, Cal? How's it going? I'm guessing you were the guy we were up against. I know. I'm being sarcastic about Pwn thinking Giants are the best in the game, obviously. Wait, Giants can't kill Ironbreakers. I guess they can't hit them. Oh, I did Dutch flavor. I think it's like a Siberian lion or Siberian tiger like type creature. It looks very cool. But it certainly did look pretty badass. So, we are outnumber the Dwarvish folk, which is good news for us. We're certainly going to need the numbers to swarm. It's quite a big open map as well. Let's actually mix in you guys a little bit. Undivided. Although Chaos is technically currently divided. We'll hopefully see that in the next game. They become a little less undivided. Let's just keep you guys in reserve so you can hop whichever direction you want to go. Likewise, we'll do the same for the Forsaken. Warhounds we'll leave behind the enemy. So, what do you guys want to name our giants? That is the real question here. Let's get you guys grouped.
Name your command.
Name your command. Because we must name them, of course. They're both looking pretty healthy. The jawline needs a bit of work, but apart from that, horns on the head looks like a good giant to me. And as for the other giant, how are you doing, buddy? You looking exactly the same? I think he is. He's got a nice little bit of bling on him, though, this one. Got his little amulet on there. About to drop his freestyle rap album soon, hopefully. Let's get ready to advance. Good luck, have fun. Looks like our opponent's not super talkative, which is all good. We'll wait for him to ready up. That's hype. Oh yeah, man, it is really hype. The whole trailer in general is hype. We can name them Barry and Larry. Oh, no. No. So you're hiding in the corner. Let's see if we can coax them out a little bit. No, it's not too far in there. Okay, so we've got Grudge Thrower, Organ Gun. Okay, so it's a cool build, though. Door forward in the front line. The good news for our giants is there's not too much which is going to hit them apart from the Organ Gun. And the Organ Gun can only shoot 1 giant at a time, surely. So I'm going to keep some of these guys in reserve. We can actually maybe take some risk. Oh, he's got a Flame Cannon as well. My god, that's a lot of range. Let's see if our opponent's playing tension. Try and get in there sneakily. A little bit sneaky-like. Let's move our forces over a little bit. Keep him out of harm's way. See if our opponent's paying attention. I don't know if he is. He is. Okay, okay. We're just going to stay here as a constant threat and nemesis then.
Torment is yours.
Torment is yours. So we might... Oh, is he a foreground? I kind of like this build. It's cool. You guys need to hustle your booties as quickly as possible into the enemy lines. Oh, you don't want to move there. Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys up and around. The giants are just beelining it towards the enemy. So the good news here, hopefully, is just keep it honest once more. Is his slayers will hopefully have to come to the front line. Okay, he's using it to shoot Chaos Marauders. That's okay. Can't really catch 2 units annoyingly here. Just vibe for now then. Just try to juke. God, this formation has become madness.
Chaos Marauders! Retreat!
Let's push through front line. I'm gonna get a flare raid on the approach.
Chaos Warrior! Moving fast!
Try to just break his formation.
Seas of blood!
Seas of blood. Let's get a load of attack orders and just get everyone rolling.
Going!
Giants have reached the line. Let's continue to push around.
Chaos Warrior! Lay them all!
It's not every day your giants make to the enemy front line, so that's a good day. So get you guys on them actually.
The gods demand it!
Not real good targets yet for this. Oh god, just getting slaughtered here.
Eleanor! Moving fast! I need their power!
Let's try to flare rate some of this poor guy's attackers. So the opponent's misplaying a little bit there, which is good.
By their will!
These guys up and around. Remember all our troops, hopefully. The giants just push forward onto the artillery pieces. Need to swarm.
Give us carnage! Deliver slaughter! By God's call! Going!
Okay, hunt down quarrelers.
Your will!
Let's get you guys running across. Get you guys back. Double giant is proving itself OP so far. It's not out of it yet. Let's get some road attacks on these dwarf warriors. Try and break them off the field. Let's really start hunting down all of these crews. Shut down the Iron Drake Charmer torpedoes would be quite nice.
Chaos Marauders!
And continue to move into the back. Looks like Thorgrim's just surrounded by enemies, which is good news for us. We've caught some of the Slayers with our Marauders, which is fantastic. That's like the perfect target for them and the reason we brought them here. So Manticle's doing a decent job. It was a rough start, but it's not looking too good now for my opponent. Just drop down him. Double Giant is looking a little bit too strong for his build. He went really heavy on artillery, but a little too heavy, I think. Okay, got more Slayers here. Let's just chuck all our warriors and stuff at them. Get the Giants moving towards Thorgrim. And we got our Manticore up in the skies as well. We'll probably head this direction. Use our hounds to hunt down troops. Now we're losing to the Slayers over there, but that's absolutely fine. Just move you out so you can set the Slayers as well. But Double Giants popping in onto Thorgrim is going to be a bad day for him, particularly with our newfound friend as well, Sorcerer Lord coming in. You guys can keep forcing off the enemy. Basically, we just need to stay on top of things. It looks like my opponent's forces are shattering, which is good news for us. And today is the day that Thorgrim Grudgebearer, leader of the Dowie forces, runs for his life due to the might of the Chaos Giants. Thorgrim getting shattered there. And basically disrespecting all of Dwarvish kind, I would say. Let's just hop on top of the Slayers now. And jump them and kill them. So what do you guys think of that? Chad and Brad. Chad and Brad OP for sure. Brad Pitt and Matthew McConaughey. For Mork and Gorg. That's a good name as well, actually. Yeah. They're Forsaken. They were doomed to die for me. Yeah, he probably should have put them on the flank, but I think either way, like, my opponent's probably just going to shoot them with all on guns and stuff. I do like Forsaken against Slayers, though, it's quite nice. Giants confirmed OP, please nerf. You mean you seen it here first? I'll make sure to send this one into CA and get their feedback on it. But the double Giants, I mean, Brad did pretty good, 1.4k damage value. Unfortunately, Chad, 576. You know, he was okay. He was alive as well at the end. They certainly packed a bit of a punch. It was really just the swarm of great weapons which slowly broke our way through the line. Some of these Marauders getting some really lovely damage value across the board. And this build, honestly, is just too little to defend. The Dwarf Warriors will crumple quite quickly, even to Marauders with great weapons. And once they get run over, everything's range, apart from 2 units of Slayers. And Slayers are good. They can hold back the enemy for a long time, and you can see the Grudge Throws and stuff got some decent value, likewise the Iron Drakes, but once you're into the back line, it kind of all fell apart a little bit, unfortunately. That will go into the book! Oh, for sure. For sure. Here we have Marco. Hello, hello. Oh, apologies for the sirens outside. And who have we yet to play? So our opponent is, in fact, going to be going with Norska. Let's go Dwarfs. I think we can go Krakadrin here. Let's bring Ungrim. Take off basically everything. I like the Axe of Dargo then. It's quite thematic that he actually has the mighty weapon. And we're going to go try a unit I basically never use, which is Bolt Throwers. Go a little bit cheaper. We're going to do that because we're going to invest quite a lot, I think, in the back line. So we've got Warhammer Torpedoes, Iron Drakes, Bolt Throwers, all that kind of good stuff. And then we probably need a decent amount of chaff here to help protect. Let's get a few of you. Oh, not quite. Okay, let's get better ones. Something like this, I think, could be pretty deadly. What can we upgrade? I remember the Longbeards being good to upgrade. I think their points go up quite nicely. Ugh, 1 gold short though. So... something like that could be fine, unless we can get 2 miners for the cost. Yep, we can. Cool. There we go. There we go. Dowie! Indeed! We're going to try to immediately avenge us. Bringing no dedicated anti-air versus Dowie is quite adventurous. That's true. We could have been slaughtered, I suppose, by gyrocopter spam. We got a little lucky there. This build should be fun, though. We're really relying on the Iron Drakes to carry the day. No Slayers is also a little bit risky, so maybe taking out the Iron Breakers and adding in a couple of Slayers would be better, but we're really relying on the Trollhammer Torpedoes to drag down those large monsters and allow the Flamethrowers to clear out the chaff. That's the plan. But yes. Okay, we're on this map. It's a interesting one. We kind of end up having quite a small deployment zone because obviously you don't want to deploy right here, so you end up like crumped onto one flank. We're Dwarfs, we're used to being let's pop you over there for now. We're used to kind of being in cramped spaces. Let's add our Bolt Throwers. Let's get Trollhammer Torpedoes in there. And we're going to get our Flamethrowers. Getting quite a small... There's ready up already. Looks like he's quite eager. Eager for a bit of a scrap, no doubt. Let's get our Longbeards dotted along. Ready to serve. Get our miners back here. Let's turn off their blasting charges for now. You guys I trust a little bit more. You can kind of Kobe them wherever you want to go. Awesome. I think we're good. Let's group all our lads.
They have wronged us. War machine ready.
We have Ungar in the middle. What's up, Anki? Yes, we're live. How are you? Hope you're all good today. Andy, I basically never bring bolt throws. We're trying them out here. They're just a very cheap alternative to cannons with pretty decent accuracy. It looks like my opponent wants to attack on this left flank. So what do we have? We have double manticore, load of great weapons, hunters, and basic marauders. Cool. So we have to be a little bit careful. We're going to attack our enemy through this way. We may have to... It depends on what he wants to do. If he wants to walk this way around, we're going to have to completely change our formation, but that's fine. Let's just push up to the high ground. So it looks like he's pushing this way, we're pushing this way. Will he split his forces is the big question. Wolfgang the Wanderer on foot, not a bad pick actually. So okay, so it looks like he's wanted to set up an ambush. We have like Ice Wolf chariots and so forth on this side. So let us quickly just rearrange pretty much everything. So where's my second bolt thrower over here? Get you guys back here. Let's reform a little front line.
We are relentless.
Oh no, you there, you there. So it's going to be a super messy formation now, that's fine. Why does it... I have no idea what's going on with my game commands.
Move! Pump those dwarfen legs! Go! Pump those dwarfen
We'll improvise as we go. We're going to have plenty of time before he actually reaches us. Oh, now... Oh, god damn it. Now he's actually coming this way around. Oh, okay. So that was all. Let's just move back and redo the whole thing.
Move now! Strike out! Move!
Why? It keeps teleporting my units? Like on this bottom thing?
Strike out! Go! Charge! Go! Charge! Charge! Fire on the earth!
So that was just a load of messiness by us, but it's fine. I don't know where you guys are going. We'll see what my opponent does. Three manticores up in the sky. Let's start poking.
Attack the Urks! Slay the Oathbreakers! Move now!
Dwarfs? Where are the mighty geckos? We played some earlier. Oh, glad you're having a good day. Yeah, the colour scheme for us is really cool, man. Like the red shields. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yes. That's on the longbeards. Cool. So we've done a real messy, just miners in the front line type gig. We have longbeards in a secondary line. We've also got Nogham's Ironbreakers here, and we can start shooting those manticores. Doing a little bit of poke. A little bit of poke. I'm just going to move up a little bit with these guys. You can just start unleashing hell, I suppose. What's your range looking like? Probably want to start tying down those chariots.
Move to attack! Dwarf honor is at stake. Longbeards.
Okay, let's get a little bit tighter formation. Oh. Yeah, this is what happens when we have to reorganize all our stuff every 5 seconds. Right, let's bounce back.
For the ancestor gods! Anon! Yes!
Forward onto you.
Nothing can stop us!
This is like the worst game I've ever played. Jesus, this is so messy. It's horrible.
For the carrier's anchor!
Let's continue to put pressure on there. Of course, the wolves will escape, eh?
Nothing can stop us! Off we go!
Let's start just blazing into the front lines. Let's try to just reform a bit of a Helm's Deep over here. Luckily, the wolves can't like do any damage really to us. But we still need to. Come on, guys, do your job. Just need to come over here and support them a little bit. Yeah, this was honestly like the most garbage performance I think I've ever done. Jesus, this is so bad.
Vengeance!
Shoot you there.
Kazook! Kazook! Move!
Okay, let's hop you on there.
As you command!
Angrom needs to start killing stuff.
Go!
Let's pull back all our troops.
They're moving! Reach for... Ready to strike!
I mean, we're still not out of it, which just, I guess, goes to show how forgiving dwarves can be, but
Move
as far as the
now!
faction goes, also not the peoples.
Vengeance! Dowie, attack! Will do! Dowie, attack! About them! War of vengeance!
Let's try and get you in. Try and pull back more troops. In come the wolves once more.
Dregs! Drag everything! Axis out! Attack the axe!
Backs of Dargo down.
Speaks! Yes! Yes! Move now! Understood!
And it's basically become a big bundle. Cool. Let's get you guys there.
Accident!
Push through the enemy if possible. We've been hit by fan transmutation, which is not good, but not terrible, because the dwarves have that resistance. But
Run! For the ancestor gods!
yeah, bolt throw's not done too badly. All things considering.
Attack the
You in
axe!
there.
Dwarfs! Ready axes! Iron dregs!
Continue to fire in. Luckily, those hounds have been dealt with for the most part, so we can hopefully rally these guys and shoot in once more.
Dregs! The clans unite! How about them? Understood, Lord. Nothing can stop us! Iron dregs!
Shoot those chariots down. Ungrom's doing a good job trying to carry my dumbass, and they're doing some decent damage to the Ferromanticore. Actually kind of won the infantry fight a little bit as well.
Kill them! Very well.
But like, far too late. Far too late. Our troops are all over the place now. Let's go after him with our big boy.
Drag the axe! Iron drag!
Let's try to shoot the enemy. Keep hunting the hunters.
Long beards!
Okay, as long as we have the debuffs on us, we may be okay in that fight. Try to finish off the manticores.
Strike out! Artillery! Ready!
Angrom has been debuffed, so let's go back here.
Longbeard! Vengeance!
Still 100 champions at top, so that goes, we can kind of bounce back. And no more troops to recover over here. Yeah, keep going through. Keep pushing. You guys keep pushing them.
On my own, they die!
Somehow the bolt throw is still firing. I don't know how it's been that successful though.
For the Countess Encore! Dwarf honor is at stake!
Dwarf honor is indeed at stake. So let's go after the manticore then and try and make a manticore steak for ourselves. Shutting down at the huntsman somehow.
The axe of Jargo thirsts! Ready
I think army losses may set in, unfortunately, for us at some point. Let's have him wall for it, just try and turn the game around a bit. Keep pushing back.
French fire!
We really need Ungrom to solo wall for it here.
They have wronged us! Move now!
You guys are hit, you guys hit. Ungrom, kill. Guy, told you to kill, please. Okay, there.
Iron dregs!
Just bring back anything we can. We've managed to make it a scrap, but that was absolutely abysmal play by me, so let's just hop on top of him. Try to kill him where possible. Miners are broken up against hunters. Norgrim's Ironbreaker's a little bit more stern stuff. So let's hop backs of Dargo down. Go after Wolf of the Wanderer, really try to finish him down. Try to push through here.
The clans unite!
Okay, we've shut down the Huntsman, which is good. Farm Transmutation's probably going to be enough here to kill. Yeah, as soon as our Lord dies, that's game, I'm afraid. He got in pretty low. GG's. Oh god, that was just horrible. That was not good. Sure, man score, best man score for sure. This is a horrible map now. This is a pretty terrible map, but it's fine. It'll be fine. I think, honestly, if we can just stand and fight this like a normal person would have there with our build, we crush this pretty comfortably. Like, the miners just obliterate all the marauders. And the Chill Manticores don't really have that many good targets where Going Straight kind of can't hop on them, who got nearly 2k damage value. The Bolt Throwers performed really poorly. Trollhammers did okay considering they were just overwhelmed so quickly. But let's just try and shake that one off and hop straight back in. Because that, yeah. Asian agents gnawed at the controls. That's what I'm going to blame, Benedict. That's what I'm going to blame. We'll see. If we do too many games like that, though, I will have to end the stream and take a quick break, I think. Kind of ironic that Dwarves are the most forgiving faction. It is, considering all the grudges and so forth. Hey, Francis. Whack. But, like, you can, particularly with Iron Drakes, because they're so tanky, that if you get in your backline, like, harassed, it's still possible. We're just going to go Chub Lizards here, I think. Try and go try hard and get a victory on the board. Although I think Francis is going to drop. He doesn't seem to be able to load in here, unfortunately. So a little sip of our drink while we wait for him. What's up, Jean? We can try and get some Crocky G action in, for sure. He is indeed the ultimate defender. On Troll Country, we can definitely pick Croc-Gar up against most factions, but I think Francis didn't want to load in, unfortunately. Let the loss roll off like water of a duck's back, indeed, man, indeed. Oh, stretch. We're also going to be doing some streams tomorrow. Knowing the Warhammer YouTubers have been playing Warhammer free for a while. I haven't, I'm afraid, Swaggles. I have no time, not big enough. Which is a little bit sad. I think CA has also increased the amount of subs and stuff you need to go into the top bracket for content creators, which has put me a little further away. Hey, hey. What's up, A. Marston 1997? Looks like he's 5 years younger than me. It's quite a big map. We'll go Lizards anyway. Actually, we were going to go High Elves, weren't we? And we didn't see any High Elf action. I think we stopped ourselves and went Skaven because we're up against the Green Menace. So, who to go as? Let's go High Elves for now. We'll whip them out. Skink Javelins are a very, very good unit. Okay, our opponent's just ready up straight away, so we're just going to leave. Same melee stats, but you have some poison javelins to throw at people. Yeah, skink javelins, if you have the money, always go for them over skink cohorts. Unless you're, you know, that 100 gold or whatever is really helping you swarm much more. The javelins are just better. Now, there is the problem that they obviously stop and throw the javelins, and if you're really trying to push forms the enemy, you need to alt attack with them. If you're like running some archers or something, you don't want to throw javelins at them, you just want to get in there and kind of rip them apart. But otherwise, yeah, they're very good. You can actually use them in a secondary battle line behind Saurus warriors, throw those javelins up over top, and do some nice work. So it looks like we're up against Sir F here. I love his little logo. He's gone for a Stark-style fin. Hello! Hey, hey. So we're going to go for the High Elves, see what he wants to pick us with. Well, thanks, Anki. Anyway, thank you for the support. There's a lot of good YouTubes out there, so I'm glad you're here and chilling with us. We actually got a load of videos today as well, which is probably really bad for the YouTube algorithm, but it's fine. Because normally if you drop like more than one like close to each other, they kind of hamstring each other. Probably the best way of putting it. But I dropped 2 and a live stream, obviously, because I didn't realise the fin was coming out. Are you the Rubber Duck of War of the channel on YouTube? I am indeed. Quack, quack. You are live on stream. So he is going Chaos here, which could be a little scary for us. What do you guys want to see? What kind of build you vibing with? We could try the legendary Double Arcane Phoenix, which could be fun. Nice to meet you. Hey. Nice to meet you too. Hello to all the viewers as well. Seref trying to be a champion for the people here. We could try out Elfarion the Grim. Could be pretty good fun. He's a little expensive for my likens. I also don't think this actually does any damage, so we'll take that off. But we should be able to win the air game. He may go exotic heroes in the sky, so bringing Tempest might not be the worst idea. We could try the Fiery Convocation. It's so much Winds of Magic. In which case, we probably have to take off both of you. I like Soul Quench just in case there's a Hell Cannon. But I think that's a risk we're going to have to take, because if we want to make Fiery Convocation work, we're going to need a Light Caster as well, just with the single net. So some horseback. Just take off everything, make them as cheap as possible. You can bring those, I guess. That's quite expensive, so we're just going to take that one. Cool. Cool stuff indeed. Let's get a couple of rangers to help deal with marauders. With some white lions as well to help deal with normal Chaos Warriors. I like the idea of sword masters in this matchup as well. I think you need war lions, says Raptor. Hey Raptor, how are you, man? It's been quite a long time since I've seen you. Hope you're all good in the hood. And I was trying to say Mr. and Master at the same time. So Mr. Master Zach, how are you doing? Hope you're all good in the herd. We can get some war lines. The problem we have here, of course, is enemy skirmish cavalry. So obviously this isn't a super sensible build, but that's cool. So we can bring the Heralds of the Wind, maybe. And try to use their speed to out-skirmish their enemy. And then... Kolek's going to be tough to bring with, but Elfarion the Grim, he's got this. He's a champ of the people. Let's make sure we've got the right spells. Tempest in case there's double hero in the sky. Fiery Convocation with net to try and burst down at the enemies. Let's just get rid of you guys. Because hopefully they won't be needed as much. And we'll bring... Ooh. We'll bring a unit of Phoenix Guard, I think. If we have the funds. We do indeed. Okay, let's go the Phoenix Guard as well. So we're going pretty elite here. We can get really heavily punished with this build. Look how fun. If he has like hell cannons and stuff, for example, we really are going to be a little bit doomed. Been knocked out after the COVID vaccine. Well, glad you got it done, man. Hope you're going to be feeling better soon. It must be nice to have that kind of weight off your shoulders as well, of knowing you're a little bit safe. Ducks for the duck throne! Screams the Black Fawn. Welcome to the channel, man. Or welcome to the live stream, I should say. I'll try and get some Doom Wheel action in for you. Hi there, Rubber Duck. I'm alright. Instead of bonus versus... Oh no, I think I'm being two messages at the same time. I'm alright, been doing a little bit of life stuff at the moment. Currently working on the biggest painting in a while. Awesome, man. Please do update our Discord with pictures of it as well. I was looking recently at maybe getting some painting done for the channel. So, we are outnumbered, but we're not out-elited, if that's a word. Hopefully not, at least. So, let's get a pretty strongy front line. Keeping the range on the flanks for now. Just so they can absorb enemy missile pressure.
Heralds of the Wind. Glory matters not.
Glory matters not. So Elfarion is basically the opposite of Imrik, it would seem. Let's get our war lines on the flanks again to try and pressure enemy skirmish cavalry. Because all round, war lines are actually relatively niche in their capabilities, anti-infantry. Which as like a kind of a counter-attacking beast unit necessarily isn't the best. You'd rather have anti-large, but they come with the Lion's Pelt, which does give them 20% of missile resistance, meaning they're very good, for example, at chasing down chameleon skinks and other enemy skirmishers, which is always good. But let's get the line looking good. Looks pretty tasty to me. The mage back here as well. Hopefully there's some chosen we can really roast with the Fiery Convocation, but who knows. Good luck, have fun. Let's get it cracking. So, there's a lot of skirmish cav, which could be troublesome. And it's only Marauders, no Chosen. But there's some Chaos Warriors. Oh, it looks like a big monster rush. This is Can be problematic for us.
Eltharion moving.
Let's just try and keep them away for now. If he's not careful, if he bunches these guys up in a blob, I'm going to overcast net them and then fire convocation them.
Moving out. Center.
It looks like he wants all the beef for now, so let's continue to move backwards. Our elite elvish archery there just missing. Okay.
March toward penance.
Oh, okay, no, he's fallen back, which
Warden of Althwa.
is okay.
We advance.
I was getting a little excited there. I was like, oh, we're actually going to be able to do it?
Forward.
So the troll, no, the Chaos Spawn are going to be a nightmare. I mean, the Phoenix Guard will do okay here, hopefully.
Onwards.
But we're going to need them to carry. I'm definitely going to be looking to try and apotheosis them where possible. Wonder if this... I can't see it. They've got no armor? No, it's good against armor. Okay, so that's not the problem there.
Repositioning. Ancestors. Penance.
Ulfwan Mage. Scython, hear me.
We go. Orders received.
Come on, Net. Come on, Net. Go down. Go down. Why aren't you going down? There we go. Yes. Yes. Glory. Glory to the great dark gods. Go, my fiery convocation.
My power is yours.
For Lother!
No. Did it not go down? Why?
I go. I must.
No. Did I have not enough winds of magic or something? And then when I cast, when one actually popped, it didn't work? No. Oh, that's so sad.
Beloved.
That's so sad.
Asa, advance.
Oh, that's kind of sucky.
Guided by waystones. It will be done.
Move!
Loyal. Understood.
Sorry about that. I really wanted to get a big fiery convocation off there, but alas. Maybe we ran out of winds of magic. I'm not sure. We can try it again, but it's now going to be obviously a lot worse. Okay, we're overwhelming the enemy in different parts. Oh, it's coming down! It's coming down! Vamoosh! Ah, this is the problem though, so he's just gonna dodge it. Okay, let's get you guys out the way.
Seeking the foe.
I am ever ready.
I think after that miss, like, there's not much we're gonna be able to do here.
Wielder of the winds. Lakoi Soraya.
Wait, this way, please.
Ancestors. Heralds of the wind. For Assyrian. In Moranian's name.
Let's keep our Phoenix Guard as topped up as possible. Warline's doing a decent job over there. Let's just hunt down the skirmishers, try and force them away from us.
For duty. For Ulfwan.
Swordmaster of poets! For the king!
To the fray.
Yeah, we're doing a decent job here. Let's just get in with everything we can. Oh, here come the summoners though. Got our Warlines over here.
Forward.
I am called upon.
Actually, maybe we just need to win this
Swordmaster of
blob.
poets!
I go. I must. Advance.
Battle awaits.
Eltharion, sir.
Let's try to finish these guys off.
By your command.
Onward.
I feel like Elfire may have made a mistake here. He's not powerful enough to take down the summoners, even with ranged support. I think that was...
Forward.
Making my way.
Warden repositioning. Death to all.
Lakoi!
Asa, withdraw. Always ready. For all Althwa.
Let's try to pep them down.
Onward!
We will obey. It shall be done.
Kill
Yeah,
them!
looks like Elfarian's run.
Fail.
That may well be GG's.
Orifare.
To battle!
Might be able to come back and do some healing, but yeah.
Orders understood!
GG. GG indeed, very well played. I'm really upset by the fire complication, of course. I assume we run out of winds of magic
Swordmaster of poets!
because we overcasted in that. I don't know. It said we could do it, but
I follow my vow.
it didn't seem to follow through its promise.
Ancestors.
Back.
We'll keep scrapping, obviously, but
Assyrian.
there's too many horsemen
To battle!
for us to really do anything
Orders
about.
received. We will obey. The warden marches.
Swordmaster of Hoeth.
White lions.
Pop all of you on here.
We go! For the king!
Penance. March toward penance.
March towards penance. There's just a lot of skirmish cav left.
Eldarion. Wherever I am needed.
Heralds of the Wind!
Onward.
Yeah, hits us with the old Magico.
Follow my vow.
Loyal! Asur, move!
Nah, he's got a lot of ammo left as well.
For Asurian!
Asurian sent me.
Give us a bit more magic. Hopefully make the last stand a little bit more epic for us.
White lions. Setting forth. Warden repositioning. I flee.
Ah, he's broken from the mere sight of the enemy. Coward! Imric would have stood in the fort. I think we'll call it there. GG's.
It
It was Nakai, but we got dumpstered, so we're just doing some quick battles. Yeah, I think that's the problem, is the net. It didn't encounter both, yeah. Yeah, that was really sad, because that was like our entire battle plan, and the net just kind of went away. The elite guys did okay. But yeah, that's what I get for overcompensating with the winds of magic. Benedict Elfarin has such a smooth and orgasmic voice. Every time I hear it, I want to start another campaign with him. Best voice in the game. He did choose Dishonor before death, unfortunately. Hey. Let's go diner, boys. Such a disgrace. I'm just saying, Imric would have stood in the fort. No, but he casted maybe a friend got staggered and aborted? I don't know, like, it looked like the spell was going down. Oh, hi, Legend. Hello. I'm not sure if I've met this person before or not. Who knows? What type of build do you want me to go for? We probably won't bring Nakai, because we've already played him a couple of times today. Yeah, I think it was queued before the price was paid, maybe. We could try someone that I don't normally bring. We could bring like Gorok or Tic-Tac-Toe. I think Tic-Tac-Toe's probably pretty useless there. Let's go Red Crested Skink Chief. I don't see him terribly often. Can also work as a kind of skirmishing tool. So we're bringing him to the table. I think one little Skink Chief on a Pterodon as well could be good fun, trying to snipe out enemy casters. And then obviously we need to cast our own. Probably best bet's to go Beast. Although we could bring Lord Croak for the memes. Let's go Lord Croaky Croak. It's actually pretty useful. I don't really want him in melee. Yeah, we don't get to see Croak every day, so let's bring that. Let's go for a nice front line of Saurus Warriors. Mix in some Red Crested Skinks. Go a little bit wide. We'll get the Emerald Tide. And I kind of want to do the Ark of Sotek here for the ultimate build. But like all three of these big expensive fins are anti-infantry. So we've already got like an insane amount of anti-infantry. He may just bring like a load of mammoths and we're kind of dead. But I suppose the Red Crested Skink Chief can duel a mammoth for a while with the Emerald Tide support. So let's give it a go. Good luck, have fun! Man, the Red Crested Skink Chief's so fun. I definitely want to do a video at some point on him, where like I bring him on foot, then I bring him on Horned One, then I bring him on Ripidactyl, and finally Ancient Stegodon. We'll do a White Lizard battle at some point. Yeah, so okay. It's because I thought when I cast it that it had like been cast or it was going down or whatever, so that the winds of magic being paid, so then I could do the big beam of death. But alas, Elfarion has betrayed me. Elfarion, I honour my vow. A few seconds later, I retreat. Ark of Sotek is good against Norska. Is a statement raptor that I never thought I would hear. I mean, it is good at clearing chaff, but likewise, there's a lot of better options. But it can do work. So let's line up here. See, my opponent's going to face us kind of through this direction. Let's get the red crested on the flanks. Get them supported by our javelins as well. For up over the top. Actually, let's get you guys right in the middle. Protect the Emerald Tide. Just you guys as a flanker. We're all our big dinos on one side. Fly you high in the sky, and we've got Lord Croak. So let's group our main battle line. Get the Emerald Tide, crack-a-lackin'. Ark of Sotek. Let's keep skirmish mode on just in case there's any scary stuff waiting for us. Cool, we're good to go. The absolute dream team here. Red Crested Skink Chief on his badass mount. And unlike a lot of characters, at least he looks like he's doing something. He's like posed for battle. He's not just like sitting down or anything. Ark of Sotek and the Might of Lord Croak. Supreme Shield of the Old Ones as well is actually a really nice piece of like toolkit that doesn't really get spoken about much, because obviously every time you see Lord Croak you just want to see those big deliverances of Itza drop down, but 44% damage resistance is certainly no joke. Good luck, have fun, my friend. I was going to say we need an engine, then saw Croak. Hell yeah, let's frog. Oh yeah, the water, certain maps, sometimes the water like does weird stuff when you jump in and out. Maybe. So, how traditional has he gone? Very traditional. A load of Marauder javelins. The big boy himself will fit the Wanderer. Okay, pretty standard stuff. Pretty expected in this. What's got ice trolls though coming in? Javelins are spread out, which is bad news for us because we would rather, of course, they were all together so we can just blob them to death. Let's get our little boy floating around. Looks like we've spotted some Beast of Tashna over on this flank, but let's go say hello to that Shaman Sorcerer. Give him a little cheeky wink. See what he thinks is going on. We can maybe do a little bit of poke as well with the Emerald Tide there. We reform our battle lines. We can shoot into the Berserkers for now. Let's get some javelins going over there. Push you guys across. And Wolfric shall start to take a considerable amount of damage, which is useful for us. Looks like the fight's going to kind of kick off over on this side. Let's ramrod our way in if we can. Let's pop a nice little shield down. Let's just bring all our troops over this way. Fall back with you. Been hit by a Plague of Rust, so I'm going to pop Opal Amulets. Drop a little deliverance down on these guys. Try to get them off the field. Okay, let's retreat with you. Oh, cowards flee before my giant big boom. Let's pop that, give that for the melee defense. You can just keep harassing. Pop our little snakes. Get in here. Keep going. Let's pop that down there. Oh, I think we're just going to get run over again, guys. Apologies, my performances today have been absolutely abysmal. It's the worst I've played in a very, very long time. It's not good. Let's get you guys darting over there. Come on. Select him. Let's push you guys through here. Let's keep the big boy fighting as well if we can. At least the Ark of Sotek's doing bits, which is nice to see. Yeah, I think the boys together though aren't going to be enough here. Let's put a little boom just to try and get those hounds off us, because they're obviously quite nasty here. That -9 meter attack be looking quite nice now. Fight! Fight for your lives! Can we poison? Doesn't look like it yet. Wolfric is going down. Maybe a comeback is on the cards. It's off to you guys. Just shoot the Shaman for now, just get him off the field. We've broken Wolfric. Pop poison. He's got a lot of halberds left. We've got a lot of croak left though, which is always a blessing. Let's bring our little scaly doggos back to the action. Big fat supreme kill the gold ones. You try and shut down the enemy range if we can. Of course, we have Lord Croak just for that. Let's get aggressive as well with our Bastillon. We're going to start pushing into the enemy lines if possible. Oh, is there more over here? Okay. Actually, let's get you running there. Get you guys running there. Okay, we're starting to push out now aggressively, which is good. Lord Croak is doing his own little thing. Couple of these to die. That little Skink Chief's done wonders. We actually probably just want to make sure you guys die for good. Ah, Lord Croak, he's coming for you! He knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. Wolfric the Wanderer, always on the prowl here, but luckily Lord Croak can kind of just scoot his boot. And fall back a little bit there. It's looking slightly better now. Umbral Tide needs to come in here and help support. Let's just make sure the Ark, I mean, should be fine there realistically. Poison, bring him back. If that little Skink Chief erased, he's done the Lord's work here for sure. So hopefully we can intercept these guys. Actually, yeah, let's try and bog them down. That looks like they don't want to partay. Bring you back to the main fray. Okay, Wolfric should go down now. We still have a few problems to deal with. Let's try and finish them off. Mainly in the form, obviously, of these trolls. But trolls have poor leadership, so once Wolfric starts to go, a lot of the trolls are starting to flee from the might of the Ark. Let's just get rid of this unit. Looks like Armless sets in. My god, somehow, we have performed a minor miracle and going to come back. Yes, Anki. Spells like Comet Cassandra do hit both sides, not Lord Croak's though, because he is so mighty and powerful, his deliverance does not affect friendly foes. Well played to our opponent there though. We managed to scrap just about. 1.7k damage value on the Red Crested Skink Chief, 1000 on the basic Skink Chief, that's very good value for him. Only 1.1 on Lord Croak, but still not too shabby. Umbral Tide performed okay. Ark of Sotek likewise performing, you know, trying to prove Raptor right that he's not a meme. GG's, that's a sign of the old ones, yeah. Have to resort to my Lizardmen today to get some victories. We've had fun games nonetheless. So come to the 2-hour mark, I'm probably going to do one more game. A little bit of a short stream today because, well, one, we've uploaded content today already, but also tomorrow I think we're going to be doing at least, well, definitely one. We're going to be doing a live kind of come chill, and we're going to watch the announcements for Total Warhammer 3, see all the gameplay footage and all that good stuff, so I'm going to do a nice little chill stream to watch that, and afterwards, hopefully, fingers crossed, me and Flying Taco might be putting on a King of the Hill, which would be good fun. Ark of Sotek OP, obviously, says Raptor. I agree, man, I agree. Our opponent is going to be going with the Dino Boys. So, who do we want to play as? We go Tomb Kings. Could be good fun. We haven't played Wood Elves yet today, but this This matchup is an awkward one, I think. We can try Empire, maybe. I don't go them terribly often. Hi. Everyone's noticing me today for some reason. I am indeed. So, let's try this out. We've got a big map. I'm going to bring 2 Hellblaster volley guns. Because that's what a champ would do. And we're going to get the black line. So technically triple Hellblaster volley gun build, which is always good fun. And someone earlier was speaking about greatswords being a counter to Saurus. So we're going to try a couple, see how they perform. Get a load of just cheap spears who are here to die, but protect that back line. Huntsmen are amazing in this matchup, in my little humble skink opinion. Normally I'd recommend Volkmar the Grim as well, but we're running a little low on funds. So I reckon we go Balthazar Gelt. Go up in the skies. We can bring the pain with Seer and Doom, although a net would be really good as well with the Hellblasters, wouldn't it? So maybe we just get a real cheap Lord. Oh god, let's get rid of one of those for now. Let's just get a General of the Empire on foot with Encourage and Stand your ground. And that way we can get a light caster and see this time if we can actually operate a net successfully, unlike last time. So let's get the banishment because it can be funny. Actually, let's go Brightness Time Warp and pop it on our greatswords and see how they perform. What do you think? Welcome to Australia, gentlemen. Welcome. Oh, we should have gone Huntsman Expedition. I mean, this build could certainly work in Huntsman Expedition, but I don't want to waste this guy's time and kind of constantly rebuild it and so forth. So someone said a witch hunter was needed with accusation. Cool. I think we're just going to go quite basic. Well, I don't like the lack of mobility, but I think this may have to do. Oh no, this isn't right. I'm missing a Hellblaster. It's free Hellblasters to go home. Like there's no need for anything less. So what's going to be our chaff clearers? I guess the greatswords. We're kind of going all in on those bad boys. We can upgrade one of these guys. So I'm going to use a halberd unit. Cool. We're ready to rumble. Have fun, my friend. Let's do this. Love to see the Witch Hunter. He is no longer in competitive matchups, I think. I haven't seen him around for a long time, so we'll have to see how we perform. Zach wants Tomb Kings. We'll force one more match out of us, and we'll do some Tomb King action to round out the stream. Gonna struggle versus Skinks? For sure. We don't have, I mean, the competitive pick here is Volkmar. We're not really kind of going super meta try-hard today or anything like that. But Skinks, you know, we can drag them down with spears and greatswords. A greatsword will still slash a skink in half, likewise a Saurus. Hellblaster's already obliterate infantry, so it's win-win. I think they may struggle a little bit up against just the number of skinks. What's up, Cat Morgan? How are you, champ? Hope you're all good, man. On a big map for it as well. I mean, Hellblasters don't have the greatest range, but we can pop forward, no doubt. Try to form a shield wall along the breach. There's a main can be a slow faction. A really fun tactic you can try, by the way, this can work up against greenskins, is you take the double Hellblaster, and then you take a Warrior Priest, which gives them the banner of like Eternal Flame or something it's called, and it gives them fire damage, and then you shoot Grom. It does so much work. So this map's got a lot of terrain on it, so we'll have to see how these guys' accuracy lines up. Get the silver bullets in the centre. Should put you guys in more of a tight formation, so you can rotate a bit easier. We have the Black Lions.
Spearmen!
Let's actually move that
By
one
the Emperor's will!
a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
The
Let's
Empire!
have great swords right in the centre. We've got these guys just chewing through troops. Leave some halberdiers back here.
Ready for war! Hellblaster!
Let's put you here.
Spearmen!
Leave some smelly old spearmen to help protect them.
Ulrich's wrath!
And then we'll have a couple of spear units on
We
the
are
flanks.
Sigmar's heirs. General!
Get our general just in the middle with the witch hunter. I think I picked this guy on a horse. Cool.
Hellblaster!
So we're going to try and do a little bit of early skirmish. I like it. It's
We are Sigmar's heirs!
it's like a bit different.
Conditions acceptable!
Let's get you guys groups.
Sigmar, show us! Ready for war!
Ready for war.
Yes? Yes, General! I am prepared!
Cool, so I think we're going to try and roll forward and net some like Saurus warriors and just open up with them with the Black Lions, see how much damage that can do. How wide is our opponent's build? Not crazy wide, so I'm expecting some big dinos maybe. And hopefully we'll do well against them. How about the volley gun? What is your range? Okay, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. We're kind of covering the breaches. Let's just let our opponent know we're ready to rumble. What was the best part of the newest Warhammer 3 trailer? I think the snow, like, Siberian tiger for me. It looked very cool. Yeah, Bloodletters Ryan Juggernauts has been a thing, I think, for a while. They look scary. For me, his lev's a bit more hype. But I like the Bear Cav over Juggernaut Cav, for me. But I can understand the appeal for both. I know he's gone relatively wide. He does have a solar engine and a Saurus Old Blood, which could be bad news. Although a lot of cavalry. This is like I preach quite a lot. As a Lizman player, that cavalry is really key in this matchup. So we may struggle against them. It really depends if we can protect them, which is going to be a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky.
Yes, General! For the twin-tailed comet!
So, Solar Engine doing some big damage. We're getting some shots in back, though. Let's get these guys just to start shooting the cold ones. If we can. How much damage are we doing? Not that good. Black Lion's actually losing that trade. Let's fall back. Although, let's try... Oh no, he's going to fall back. Okay. Let's use this guy to shoot Saurus instead, then. Be a little bit careful of enemy cavalry coming in. Let's shoot them. You guys can just shoot cavalry.
Taking position!
Let's fall back with our troops a little bit. Hellblaster volley gun! I agree with that. Everything my troops are screaming right now. Because cavalry is going to become some big flanks. Let's just start shooting them. Let's get both the huntsmen on you. Let's get the great swords in action. So we've let you slip up a little bit, that's fine. It's all part of the plan. Let's stem the tide. Let's try and block the enemy. Okay, hop on top of you. Saurus Old Blood taking a decent amount of damage, but let's start powering the fire in here instead.
Yes, sir. For the Emperor.
Do a lot of crossfire, just try and drag these guys down. Just hold them in place. Let's drop a there's not really need for Bronze Time Warp at the moment.
What do you bid? At speed. No lingering. We
Pull back with you guys. The wind blast on our troops, that doesn't really affect us, to be honest.
to war. For Heldenhammer.
It's a bit messy. Let's just shoot cavalry with you. Let's get halberds to push away the chameleon skinks. How's our front line doing? Not the worst, but not good either.
By Ulrich's wrath. We obey. It will be done.
Let's try and get our great swords did win the frontline engagements. This is just a mess at the moment of like trying to save troops.
On way. Prepare for combat.
Let's just net down these cold ones. So we'll start doing some decent work on them again. Let's pop all our big shots into here. Okay, so they've gone into our back line, which was inevitable eventually. We've done a lot of damage. Let's just try to turn and obliterate it. Pull you out of combat a little bit. Let's go for a time warp going. Try and deal with this enemy cavalry that's just haunting our souls. Cool. Let's bring down the Saurus Oldblood. Big cannons at Saurus Oldblood as well. It is a close fight. These chameleon skinks are going to be a pain in the end game. So these troops are rampaging, but they're not breaking, which is not nice for us down here. Let's just try to rally the troops. Oh no, they've returned. They've returned! The dreaded enemy. Let's pop shots here. Let's film our troops back a little bit. Let's just keep sniping. Let's be paying attention. We can surround the skink priest. Hellblaster volley gun still somehow online. Let's put you guys on back on your piece. Start shooting. Okay, we need to deal with these little skinks. If we deal with them, I think we're in relatively good straits. We actually might be able to obliterate the chameleons. Okay, let's just shoot you for now. Let's bring you guys over. Where's our other Hellblaster? Looks like it's gone for good, which is a little bit sad. Okay, it's not doing any work there. Let's shoot you.
Prepare for combat. Our weapons are yours.
We'll accuse this Bastillon of being a Bastillodon. We'll shoot it. With pretty much everything. Great swords are holding the line. Spearmen just chase chameleon skinks. Hellblaster volley gun. Yeah, you can keep going after that Saurus Oldblood for now. And kind of reform our ranks here. Yeah, Bastillon not having a good day. Black Lion's doing some decent work there.
Attack! Formation! March! For France!
For France! So this Hellblaster may eventually go down here. But hopefully we can drive off the chameleon skinks. Cool, let's once again turn our attention to our little green friends, the chameleons. You can actually go after the enemy here a bit.
We are Sigmar's heirs! Black powder blessed! To battle! Great swords! Quick march!
Hate to see great swords chasing chameleon skinks, but it's going to be the way, I think.
Ready for war! Go!
Cool.
We are Sigmar's
Yeah,
heirs!
Hunter can just continue to pop the Bastillon. Let's move out our Spearmen once more. Just chase chameleons all day. Let's go after the Saurus Oldblood if we can with the Black Lions.
For the Warhammer! What do you bid? As one, march!
Chase him! Slay him! Slay the demon.
Battle and blood await.
I'm going to fall back probably with him. It's a little pointless chasing down a Bastillon single-handedly. Let's hop on top of the Hellblasters.
No lingering.
We did it! We did it! Quack quack! What's up, Spark Gorilla? How are you today, champion? We pulled it off! The might of the Hellblasters! Oh no, don't worry, Samuel. There's multiple other factions already guaranteed. I think all of the Chaos factions have been guaranteed, as well as Cathay, and I think there's one faction left to be announced as well. But just 2 general starting races? No, there's 4. There's more. There's like starting races. There's I think 6, 5 or 6 on release. I think is what they said before, I believe. Hellblaster volley guns, 1.1k damage value here, 767 on the other. The Black Lions though, 1,830. That is some righteous Sigma smiting right there. Great swords are okay. struggled a little bit, but I guess this wasn't the best build for them to really take on. I actually don't mind this build from Snow. Soul Blood's very competitive here. Combined with the Skink Priest of Heavens, you use him with the cavalry to overwhelm the Empire Cav, although we didn't have any today. Gary did good as well. Came in there, did some decent damage. So I think we're going to do one last one. The Empire endures just about, man. We were darting all over the place trying to save our troops, but if we can keep them firing, 75% of the time, you tend to be in a good situation. Yeah, there's 6 starting factions and 9 lords or something crazy on release. They did something along those lines. It's definitely not 2. No, the 4 Chaos Gods isn't 4 sub-factions, it's 4 separate factions. Yes. Hey, we're up against this guy again, I think. Hello. So I think we're going to be going Tomb Kings this time to round out the stream. Yeah, so they're not being... The demons aren't being used as sub-factions, they are their separate factions. At least that's what I've been, told. I think that's... I'm pretty sure that, was the news, right? That was the case, so... Unless I've been mistaken somewhere, which is quite possible. So we're going to go for the old triple chariot fin, because I've been a big fan of this recently. It's been pretty good fun to use it. Here's you get Necrotect, which a lot of people complain about, because he has nothing to heal in this build, but that's fine. He doesn't need it. He's here just for his Vambraces of the Sun, realistically. Let's get a Casket of Souls as well. Can be very nice here, just to clear out some of the enemy infantry. Let's go Captive Guard. Always good to see them in action. Imagine you get a couple of Tomb Guard of Halberds. Maybe just one, just to pop it on top of the casket and protect. And then we can go very wide, just with a load of chaff. And the chaff simply here to hold the line while the chariots kill everything in the opponent's build. I'm actually going to get Carrion. I know they're really overpriced, I think, for what they do. But I'm a little worried of javelins and so forth. So give this a rumble. My PC is going to melt when Warhammer 3 hits. I hope mine holds up. I can play everything on this game in Ultra, and that's what I want Warhammer 3 to be on. Otherwise, I'll probably have to upgrade. Because when you're casting games, you don't want it to be all pixelated and stuff. Yes, Tomb Kings. Halberds for the Halberd God. We do have one unit of Halberds, but only the one. I also heard Chaos will be like 4 races. Not sure if Undivided will prevail, but also heard that they share a lot of similarities as roster levels, or I'm wrong. Yeah, I can see them being relatively similar, but they'll have access to their own demons. So, for the most part, I would think Khorne, for example, would be able to get access to Chaos Warriors, and I think Nurgle, Tzeentch, and everyone will be able to get all access to Chaos Warriors and stuff. But the demons you get access to will probably be a bit different. Khorne's demons will probably be really aggressive, Nurgle's will be really defensive, and so on and so on. That's what I expect. I haven't been able to... I know a lot of some of the YouTubers have been playing the game and so forth. I haven't been able to touch it or anything yet. So that's just kind of me educatedly guessing, I would say. I haven't played as Imric yet. We've played as a few different factions. We didn't play as Imric. We played as... what's his name now? Elfarian the Grim. But he fled like a coward. Whereas Imric would have held. So if you were here earlier to advise Nathis, I definitely would have brought Imric. But thanks for tuning in regardless. We've been streaming for about 2 hours now. Gonna make this the last little quick battle. And then I'm going to chill out for the rest of the day, I think. And be back streaming tomorrow. Enzo, Snow here, man. Nice build. Wasn't prepared for the non-cav Empire composition. Really got me there. Well played. Well, thank you, Enzo. You had a good game. I actually was praising your build. I like it a lot. It's a very traditional Lizardman approach, I think. And if I had cavalry, you would really overwhelmed it. A Curse of Midnight Wind with the cavalry just butchers Empire troops. And then you could have dived into the backline a little more. You pressured so well, though. And it was a very stressful game. But I managed it in the end. Just a combination of the Huntsman and one of their Hellblaster volley guns been online the majority of the game really helped kind of seal the deal. Black Lions were pretty scary as well. Yeah, I hope their playstyles do differentiate enough. But I mean, on release, we're also getting, what, Cathay and Kislev, and there'd probably be another faction, I would assume, on release. I would guess as like the early access pre-order bonus or something. My guess would be on Ogres. I kind of hope Chaos Dwarfs, but I could see them also coming in as a later DLC. It'd be nice to tie Chaos Dwarfs and Dwarfs together to give Dwarfs a bit more life as well. I'll go Imric next sub-faction tournament. Win Nakai, he's got butchered game 1. It was relatively close, but it's the problem with these type of tournaments, obviously the lack of the dice, is we just came against Dark Elves, which is if you're bringing Nakai against Dark Elves, you're going to be in trouble. But it was still a fun game, and like well played to my opponent as well. They still had to beat me. So we got to see some glorious Nakai action, but we avenged him. We brought Nakai in the next game as well. Let's just drop a load of troops all over the place. Just going to put you there, you there. Get a little casket of souls in the centre. Pop some halberds there. Keep a guard on the flanks. Carrion we will leave hidden in the trees for now, I think. Cetra the Imperishable. Our little backline guards. Cool. I think we're ready to rumble. Oh no, we did a rubber ducker war. We brought all our spells. I actually, fun fact, I did this in a tournament and still managed to win. Because it's so powerful still. So this is a bit of a mistake, but that's fine. We've got Invitation of Protection, which will be useful. And I mean, bringing the Desiccation is always good as well. I haven't seen Kyle today, I'm afraid, no. We have not seen Kyle. Good luck, have fun, my champion. Let's get this cracking. We're up in some... Who? Norsk, I think, yeah. Oh, I see you lurking down there. More of a horseman. Caw-caw! Let's go after them with our little carom. Oh, they supported by anything? Nope, there's just 2 horsemen. I'm actually just going to float away for now. Cool, and apart from that, infantry line. We've got... Oh, yes! Yes! He's got the Troll King himself! That's excellent news for us. Because our chariots... Or Setral does fire damage, and we have an extra weakness to fire with the Necrotect. So I'm going to try to get the chariots on Frog and just see how quickly he goes down. Even if it like costs us the battle, I just want to jump in there and see how much damage it does. So, oh, there's some cavalry here as well, just Norseman Warhounds. I'm just going to dart back and forth for now with Karim. Let's start lining up some big boom shots, as we like to call them. And let's go after the Berserkers, I think, because they're going to start causing us a few problems. So we're just going to go a little bit just tighter with these guys in the back. So, send these guys packing and running away. Yeah, that's right. You go back into the trees from whence you came and we can fall back. Looks like Casket has managed to make some connection with the Berserkers, doing some okay damage. Hitting the compact Marauders might not be the worst idea. It looks like it actually did that as well itself. Karen is going to float over here. Let's see if he's trying to go all the way behind us, which could be a little bit scary. So Chariot's going to do a little hit and run, I think, on the Marauders on the left-hand side. There doesn't seem to be anything to pin us in place, so we might just be able to get free damage. Nice, okay, we're doing some damage now. Also those Javelins, which are going to threaten us, but it's okay. No, he's actually coming in here. Cool. Got some free damage. We can pull back. Move around here. And yeah, continue to fire on the Berserkers, I guess. So let's get back up in the sky. Force off those Warhounds. It looks like a Firebolt is coming in at the casket. You can't really dodge the casket, so I'm not even going to bother trying. And just as I say that, it manages to somehow form some way of dodging. So let's just get the Kepper Guard up here, fall back with him. And okay, this is now is the hour. Let's get our guys together again. Let's get Cetra over here. That's quite key, because I don't want the Necrotect fighting alone. Go, go! Okay, you hide, you hide, you hide. Oh, Necrotect, don't fight him alone. Okay. Now, let us pop this and this. Let's pop station down. Up. You. Let's see how quickly we can go across. Probably rather quickly, although that Necrotect has taken huge damage here. Let's get our troops in. Nice little burning head does come down from my opponent. Let's continue to fire him. Necrotect going scary low, but it looks like... Can we just... Oh no, he's still alive. He's still alive, guys. He's still alive. Okay, so he survived a little while. We're actually going to pop on top of the skin wolves, just because I think they're going to be bigger problems for us in the game as a whole. But of course we do fire damage to them. Etc. Having a whale of a time, it seems. Let's give that extra fire weakness. Oh, Frog, you sweet summer child, going after Cetra. Gonna buff ourselves, and yeah, these chariots in the center, jeez, Cetra. Any hit he gets is just gonna obliterate. Okay, so I managed to force off the enemy a little bit. Let's just focus down javelins and so forth. Kept guarding fine. We're not really been paying attention to too much because it's just all about the chariots this build. Oh, lovely burn head come through. Oh, that was good. Well played. Well played. Let's go over here and support. Keep you guys fighting. Should be able to kill the man, the myth, the legend here. No, he's going to continue to run. Okay, let's hop into the skin wolves. Just suicide charge there. Cool. Once again, we're in the midst of it. Got a big debuff as well. Let's pop the Tomb Strike, which also gives us Terror, which is so nice. And you're going to see, now that Frog just has died, this entire build's just going to absolutely crumble. Look at all these troops just fleeing! Run for your lives! We haven't actually had to use our Shopsy summon yet. Oh, a bit of a miss micro bias, but it's fine. It's probably not worth it even there. So many troops are shattered though at this point, I don't think my opponent really stands too much of a chance. The Triple Chariots proving that they are still fearsome. I like the fact my opponent's fighting to the death though. Can have a good fight as well. Let's hop on you. The one problem he has is if he gets the Tomb Prince low, and you kind of want to get the Tomb Prince off the battlefield, right? Because it's giving Guardian. But if you do, we come in with this, the -24 Rampage, which is insanely powerful. Go on, now that we've assassinated enemy leadership. Pop back here. We'll have these hounds just kind of like, ooh, tasty. They don't want to commit. They want to commit to the mill. Let's summon them just in the middle of the battlefield because we can. Force off the enemy skirmishers. Shoot the javelins. So it's going to continue to try to kind of like pull back this skirmish cav, but I'm not too worried. Health-wise, I think we're fine. We can just use like our infantry to really fend off units. King of Kings! Just going to start buffing all even more fire damage. GG's! Well played. Oh, I've forgotten casters before, don't worry. Full spell kit OP! You've seen it here first. I mean, Cetra 2.7k damage value. Yeah, it's so nasty, this little build. It's very expensive, but 1.3k damage value, 1.5, casket 1.6. Yeah, it's pretty good. Opponent did well, though. I mean, Frog just was always going to die very quickly here. I didn't even see the Famir Belfiend to fire half the game. Good burn heads, though, but the Skin Wolves really suffered. I like the fact he brought armoured ones, though. Yeah, I guess the fire has to do something with severing their connection to the magic, I would assume, because yeah, it doesn't make sense that fire is good against bones, I suppose. Kepagard is so awesome. Oh man, they do so much work. They do so much work. So guys, I think that is most likely going to be it for the stream. Bit of a small one here. Apologies as well about some of the performances were pretty shoddy today, but we have those days every now and again, and it was still some good fun. Had some interesting builds and opponents. I'm going to find some links for you guys now quickly. Before you do disappear. As I said earlier, I kind of uploaded a load of videos in one go, and YouTube hates this. So, if you would kindly go and view them if you like, of course, I have got a trailer reaction as well as a battle report. So, I'm just going to go get the links to those guys, spam them in chat, and if you are interested, feel free to go watch them. So, here is a link to my reaction to the latest trailer, which I highly recommend. It was pretty good fun to watch all around, and it's got me even more hyped. And here's a link to a battle as well, featuring a Patreon of the channel with the Might of Tyrion. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll stick around for a few questions now, and then we'll bounce out. So we'll be streaming tomorrow. I can't remember the exact time of the announcement that CA made, where they're going to be showing off all the new juicy content, but we will be doing a live stream for that. And yeah, so keep a lookout for that. Thanks for the cast. No worries. Thanks guys for tuning in. Hope you guys had a good time. That was certainly some stressful games, but certainly some good games as well. If Karen were 350, would you consider them more balanced? Yeah, I think they fulfill a nice niche role for the Tomb King, Zach, but they're just a little expensive for what they do, for their stats. Give Sigvald a halberd and tremble. That's basically what used to be Count Oculus, right? Alright, looks like we're all good. Good to see you guys again. Awesome to have you all here. Thank you so much for the support as always. And peace, and as always, stay awesome.